The host had left a handwritten note on the kitchen counter. It said, "Welcome. Make yourself at home." There was a smiley face at the bottom. I remember thinking how sweet that was. I remember thinking I was going to have a great trip. I did not know that someone had been living in that house the entire time I was there. The listing said the entire place was mine for the weekend. Private home. No shared spaces. The photos showed a charming 2-bedroom cottage about 40 minutes outside of Asheville, North Carolina. Wraparound porch, mountain views, fire pit in the backyard. The host had over 200 reviews and a superhost badge. I booked it the same night I found it. I drove up on a Friday after work. It was already dark when I pulled down the gravel road. The porch light was on, and the lockbox code worked on the first try. Inside, everything looked exactly like the photos. Clean, cozy. A bottle of local wine on the counter with a note from the host. I poured a glass, walked around the house, and started to settle in. I slept well that first night. Better than I had in months. Whatever stress I had brought with me from the week seemed to dissolve the moment my head hit the pillow. The second day was perfect. I hiked in the morning, came back and showered, made lunch, sat on the porch, and read for a few hours. Around sunset, I lit the fire pit and stayed outside until the cold drove me in. I locked the back door, checked the front, and went to bed. Sometime around 2 in the morning, I woke up to a sound. It was subtle. A soft thud, somewhere inside the house. I lay still and listened. Nothing followed it. I told myself it was the house settling, the way old houses do, and I almost believed it. Then I heard it again. Not a settling creak, something deliberate. A footstep, somewhere down the hall. I sat up. I'd left my phone on the nightstand. I grabbed it without turning on the flashlight. The hallway outside my bedroom was dark. I stayed very still and listened for nearly 2 minutes. Nothing else came. Eventually, I convinced myself I had been half asleep and imagining things. But I did not sleep again that night. In the morning, I felt foolish about it. I made coffee and told myself it was nothing. I started loading my things into the car to head home, and that was when I noticed the second bedroom door was ajar. I was certain I had left it closed. I had not even gone into that room. I pushed the door open slowly. The bed was made. Nothing looked out of place. But on the pillow there was a slight indentation. The kind a head leaves when someone has slept there. And on the floor beside the bed, barely visible against the dark rug, were 2 small, muddy footprints. I'd left without my coffee. I left without looking back. When I got home, I messaged the host immediately and told her what I'd seen. She did not respond for almost 6 hours. When she finally did, her reply was short. She said the cleaning crew sometimes used the guest rooms to rest between jobs. She said she was sorry for the confusion. She said she hoped I had enjoyed my stay. I reported the listing to AirBNB. They sent me a form email about their guest protection policy. I still do not know if someone had been in that house with me, but I know what a footprint looks like, and I know those had not been there when I arrived.